1 Bitcoin is equivalent to more than rupees 10,38,000. When it was launched in 2009, a Bitcoin was only worth 6 paise. Bitcoin prices have absolutely shattered any estimates that were made during its launch over 10 years ago. Bitcoin is the world's first decentralized cryptocurrency. Since its launch, Bitcoin's prices have gone both through the roof and hit rock bottom multiple times. To understand what leads to the rise and fall of its prices, it is important to understand what Bitcoins are and how they work. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital currency that emerged after the United States housing market bubble burst in 2008. Its creator, an anonymous person or a group of people, goes by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. Unlike usual government-issued currencies, Bitcoin is not operated by a centralized authority. Bitcoins are not available in physical form. A running tally is kept on a public ledger or blockchain that can be accessed by all users. Transparency is a critical part of Bitcoin's working. So each and every transaction is verified through a huge amount of computing power. It offers the promise of lower transaction fees than traditional online payment mechanisms. After its launch, Bitcoin gained so much popularity that it triggered the launch of hundreds of virtual currencies that are collectively called altcoins. How do Bitcoins work? A Bitcoin user does not need to understand how the cryptocurrency works to invest money in it. However, the technology behind it, called blockchain, is being adopted by many fintech companies. The entire Bitcoin network relies on a shared public ledger. This ledger is called blockchain. All confirmed transactions made with Bitcoins are included in the blockchain. This ledger allows Bitcoin wallets to calculate their spendable balance and ensures that Bitcoin is actually owned by the spender. Cryptography is used to ensure integrity and chronology of record on the blockchain. When transactions are made between Bitcoin wallets, a secret piece of data called a private key or seed is used to sign transactions. This private key is the proof that transactions has been made by the owner of the wallet. This signature prevents the transaction from being altered by anybody after it has been issued. All transactions are broadcast to the network and are confirmed through a process called mining. It is a distributed census system that is leveraged to confirm pending transactions by including them in the blockchain. Mining enforces chronology and protects neutrality of the network. The transaction must be packed in a block per strict cryptographic rules to be verified by the network. Mining prevents anybody from replacing parts of the blockchain to roll back their own spends. How are Bitcoin prices set? The price of a Bitcoin depends on the supply and demand. When demand for Bitcoin increases, its prices also increases. And when the demand falls, the prices falls too. There is a cap on the number of Bitcoins that can be circulated. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever be created. This won't limit the currency, as transaction can be denominated in smaller subunits of a Bitcoin, such as bits. 1 Bitcoin contains a million bits. Bitcoins are further denominated into smaller units if there is a need for it, or new Bitcoins can be mined up to the limit if the existing Bitcoins are exhausted. Prices of Bitcoins are very volatile. On January 1st, 2020, a single Bitcoin's value was $6,965, which dropped to $4,916 on March 11th, 2020. The same price shot to $13,851 for 1 Bitcoin on November 3rd, 2020. So should you invest in Bitcoin? Some early adopters of Bitcoin made remarkable returns on their investment. It is similar to how early investors on a brilliant startup end up making a fortune when the company turns into a unicorn. But not every startup turns into a success, and not every investment in Bitcoin will give you astonishing returns. Bitcoin prices are volatile as the currency is traded in a fairly small market and is vulnerable to price manipulation. However, stability comes when its size grows and more people join the network. At present, Bitcoin is performing well as an asset, but this spike in its price has come after a 3-year downturn. An investment made on December 17th, 2017 for $19,140 is still a big loss at $13,851. Any investment made in Bitcoin should be made after calculating the estimated risk and gains involved in such an asset class.